My name is Naomi Mutai. I call myself a fashion artist. That's what beginning of this year, I said I'll call myself a fashion artist. I'm a fashion artist. And the reason why I call myself that is because I do more than design. So I'm a designer, I'm a model, a stylist, yeah, all that. So at Sekoya Africa, I work as a social media manager. Yes. I like to document, create content around my projects and then share them out. Yeah, but I don't think exclusively that has happened, just in my my personal projects. Community is one of our core values, what we really want Sekoya to be about. It's really about the people. And so on social media, I just try my best to first of all invite people to join this community, to the content we put out there, and just how we phrase our content and how we do everything that we do on social media. It's all to really tell you, come, we need you, we want you to be a part of us, So yeah, and I really like that even during our events. I usually ask the people who are there to invite other people. So it's not just people who actually work for Sekoya, but people who have experienced Sekoya, to invite other people to join the beautiful community that Sekoya Africa is. I'm so grateful that I don't work alone in this department. So I get a lot of help from our founder. So we kind of work together, we sit down, we first come up with ideas, and then we put them down, and then from there is when we create almost a schedule. It's not that so to detail kabisa, but we just like to say okay, this week this is what we'd like to post, this is the idea, and things like that. So we just put it down on a Word doc, and then from there that kind of guides me in my content creation, and yeah, now what I need to get from other people, if I need to get maybe captions from or bios from volunteers or from other artists, things like that.
My name is Njoki. I do a lot of weird things everywhere. So, right now I am an aspiring musician and a project manager at Sekoya Africa. I am the project coordinator. I was looking for a creative community, first of all. So other people who are in the creative arts. So I saw Sekoya. I attended one of Sekoya events, one of the master classes, and later on I saw the call for volunteers. So I joined as a normal volunteer, and then they were like, "Oh, you have experience as a project manager. Thank you so much." Yes, and then that's how I became the project coordinator. So my work mainly is just ensuring that there's flow and that the volunteers are doing what needs to be done. We have what we call an open chat policy, because we do a lot of things through WhatsApp. So they can text me, they can text other people who are already on the team, and if they don't know something, but mainly we keep the activities very brief. So maybe they're doing outreach only. So we create the script. So this is what you're going to be sending. This is how many people you're going to be sending them to. This is exactly who to send it to. And this is exactly what to say to these people. So we try to make the initial activities as simple as possible, while also having them shadow other volunteers as well, so that they can see what it is that the other things that other people are doing. I've been with Sekoya for a year, so somebody else who has been there for 3 months is going to be shadowing me, because if they're interested in project coordination, they are, collaborating with me to create projects so that they can be able to see how well it's going. We have group chats for the different teams. and then we have a general group chat as well. So that's where some of the communication happens in the smaller teams, and then generally, as I said before, we have meetings as well. So in those meetings, whatever concerns, issues people have, we air it out there.
In one way or another, when I want to tell people about it and how it started, I always find myself talking about the founder because I feel so inspired by her. And I feel like, I know she doesn't like us saying like Sekoya East Africa is something else and then her, she's another person. But I feel like they're one and the same to some extent. So for me, it's like a story of like one resilience, of being able to see your vision from nothing to actually something. And I feel like that's every artist's story to some extent, because for every artist, like it's so personal to you, but you have to like make other people kind of relate to it. I even sometimes lack words to explain just how much it means to me to be part of such an organization and to be part of its history. I always say I can't wait for 10 years down the line to see where Sekoya East Africa will be. Like, if this is just our 5 years, oh, can you imagine our 10 years? It's gonna be big. I feel like for Sekoya East Africa, like our story is like really good, and in every single event, every single advert, every single promotional video, every single educational piece, whatever, like that's the core of what we want to say. It's like, this is Sekoya East Africa, this is what we're about, this is who we are. It's like I keep on reminding people of where we've come from, of what we're about, of our values, of why you need to be with us, you know. So I feel like I hold on to Sekoya East Africa's like history when I'm creating content for everything. I hope that makes sense.
We measure contribution by looking at, as I said, we have the small teams. So those small teams, like, what are you guys doing? Because you have tasks, so are your tasks done? How fast are these tasks being done, and who in the team is not doing what they need? Because even when you have like a group activity, there's always assignments for each person. Even the group leader has an assignment. So if that part of the assignment or the task is not done, then you know who hasn't done it. So that's how we measure. We also measure by how much they show up. So with the events that we have, we also usually have meetings and such. So like if I look at the weekly meetings, how much have you shown up? And if we were to evaluate, like, what has been your contribution? Have you facilitated a craft activity? Have you, are you doing outreach? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? So we try basically to just give tasks that we can be able to follow up with this particular person, and to have this policy of events and meetings. So you have to attend meetings. If you're not attending meetings, why aren't you attending meetings? We have maybe 10 events, so you have to attend 7 out of 10 events. Why are you not attending events as well? So it helps us, because even in the events that we're doing, we have tasks on the day off. So we want to be able to have everybody just giving the same amount, so we wouldn't want to overwork somebody else.
I have realized that there are some months where our reach is really high, and that month we were doing very well. We were very consistent, very like posting, engaging, so it shows. So I do look at reach, but it's not like my main one, but I want to say that it does show me that something is working. I love comments. I absolutely love when people comment on our posts, because now it shows like you've actually engaged with what we've posted. You've read our captions. We do kind of long captions, but you know, we are a storytelling brand, so we kind of have to. So I absolutely love captions. For likes, sometimes I don't look at it much, because I know majority of our our followers, our community, they mostly engage with us on stories rather than like posts. So I don't look at likes that much, but I would say for now it's like reach and comments. I absolutely love comments, yeah. And for our WhatsApp community, just like a reaction on like our messages, I really like that. It shows like, wow, you've seen it and engage with it. I think it's okay to go with the flow of the season, you know. So if this is the time to invite people for events, then do that. And if it's time to tell people about the organization, then do it, you know. This is very interesting because I know we kind of like to target craft artists, but majority of the people who usually come for our events and engage with our content are usually like musicians. Yeah, like musicians or people in the film industry. But even when we're inviting people to events, usually start by saying, so as Sekoya, we are, yeah, and then this is why we're doing this, so you should come for something like that. So just a sprinkle of who we are in everything that we do. I really love Creative's Garage. I like how they do their social media. They're so fun, and so like you can relate to their content, and it's like, you know, you can tell something is so genuine. I really like their page, and other aesthetically pleasing pages like Lulu Kitololo. I really like her page, so I usually try and look at what other pages are doing, but also just general research, like looking at what Instagram is saying, like, because I mean, they're the ones who are, I don't understand the way things are going, so also just looking at them. But also as a social media manager, I have done a couple of courses out there to just help me know better and do better. Yeah.
Sekoya has had such a big impact on everyone that joins and everyone who has been part of our community or who has engaged with us in one way or another. And I really, really, really look forward to seeing everything else that's going to come out of working with Sekoya and being part of the Sekoya community.
Drop on the floor tight, on the floor ni rumba night. Drop on the floor tight.